Okay gang, here's the deal. Since around the year 2000, I've been traveling all over Canada. I think I've been to something like 150, maybe 160 fly-in or drive-in hunting and fishing lodges all over Canada. So believe me when I tell you I've got something to compare to. Now, whenever I was at one of these hunting and fishing lodges, whether it's the Northwest Territories or if I was in Quebec or Newfoundland or here in Ontario, there's one thing I would hear constantly from the other guests at the lodge at the same time. They want an Ojibwe guide. They don't want a guy like me, okay? Let's just say it the way it is. They want an Ojibwe guide. And the reason is simple. The First Nations of the Ojibwe, they've been hunting and fishing in this territory for thousands of years. So they know where to take you. They know the good spots. They know where the fishing is, they know where the hunting is, and they'll get you there and back safely. Oh, it's a walleye. Look at the size of that one. Right now, I'm about 400 miles north of the city of Thunder Bay, and I'm fishing with the guides and the camp owners of the Moccasin Trails Adventures Group. And it's not like you only have one camp to go to. You have a selection of camps, all in a very remote area, an untapped fishery. We're miles from any other camper. We're in the middle of nowhere. All of the camps are based within the watersheds of three of the most legendary river systems in all of Canada. The Attawapiskat River, the Weenus River, and the Albany River, the mighty Albany. We are smack dab right in the middle of the traditional Ojibwe territory, Treaty Number 9. If you like catching fish, ridiculous amounts of fish, we have walleye, we have northern pike, and speckled trout. 99.9% of these fish, they have never seen a lure, a jig, or a hook. This is a brand new, untapped remote fishery. No one fishes around here. All right. For walleyes, all you have to do, open up your little tackle box, close your eyes, and pick out any jig, any color, throw it in the lake, let it sink to the bottom, do this a couple of times, and then get ready to do one of those. Oh yeah. That's a nice walleye right there. Look at that. It's a frying pan fish right there. Look at that. First cast. Nice walleye. I'll put him back though. They just love these jigs up here, I'll tell you. And I asked my guide, Elijah, I said, what color jig? He said, doesn't matter. You can catch these till you're tired of it. I'm not exaggerating. I mean, all day long. That's a beauty right there. Another one. Of course, one of the highlights of a fly-in Canadian fishing trip is a shore lunch. Now, the Ojibwe are masters of outdoor cooking. They've been doing this for thousands of years around here. If you like eating walleyes, believe me, there is nothing better than fresh walleyes. Believe me, there just isn't. So along with your walleye shore lunch, you may also have some harvested wild rice in there and some bannock. Now, bannock is about as traditional as pizza is for me. Seriously. Outdoor bannock, it's a quick bread. They'll make it on the campfire for you, and I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. And let's talk about northern pike. If you like catching big northerns, there's some huge ones up here, trust me. Northern pike will hit anything that swims. Ducks, they'll hit muskrats, they'll hit loons, they'll hit frogs. We were cleaning a northern pike once, and there was an old chewed up parts of a snake in its belly. So if you like catching big pike, bring yourself some 20-pound test and some big crankbaits and a big bait caster. You're going to be shocked at the size of some of these fish. Now let's talk about brook trout. Well, we call them specks up here, speckled trout. I grew up in Ottawa, Ontario, and yeah, we went fishing for brook trout sometimes. And if you caught a 10-inch brook trout, that was a monster, and you could brag to all your friends about it. If you started bragging about a 10-inch brook trout around here, you might end up getting beat up. The brook trout up here, they're huge, and they're wild fish. Easy on a fly rod, easy on a spoon, a spinner, anything small, 6-pound test in the current, and you'll be amazed at the size. And if you're here in the late season, the colors are unbelievable. Beautiful fish. Okay, look at the size of that speckled trout. A big, beautiful fish from the Weenus River up north in northwestern Ontario. Yeah! A valiant fight, so back we go. These are not stock, people, believe me, these are wild fish. That's huge! Yeah. All right. Back we go. Whoa. Come on. Now on this particular trip, I'm on Chip-By Lake. I'm staying with George Whitehead, and we're at George's Lynx Head Camp. And let me tell you something about this young fella here, Felix. This young guy is 13, and we went from the community of Webequie, 26 miles through the rapids, through the rocks, and I thought, okay, well, Felix will follow his grandpa will lead the way. But no, Felix led the way, and his grandpa followed us. Now, isn't that remarkable? And that just goes to show you the importance of the teaching from the elders down to the younger generation. And young Felix, 13, will have a long and outstanding career in the outdoors tourism industry. Believe me, he will go on to own his own camp one day. Now let's talk about the camps themselves for a second here. Running water, of course, hot showers, propane fridge, propane stove, lots of boats, lots of gas, and the camps can handle groups of up to probably 6 or even 8 fishermen at one time. And a couple of the camps even have an annual moose hunt. Now, I'm a pretty good moose hunter, not the best, but I'm not bad. But when I go hunting with these guys, I let them do the calling. I let them do everything because they know what they're doing. I just sort of tag along. It's like this. I wouldn't be caught dead doing a promotional video for something I didn't truly believe in. And like I said earlier, I've been all across Canada a bunch of times, 150, 160 places. This is one of the best trips I've ever seen. They've got the people, they've got the product, they got the history, and the culture. It's Ojibwe. It's different. Trust me. And you know what else? They're a pretty darn good bunch of guys too. Be prepared to laugh. You'll have a great time on these trips. You'll have a great time.